You finally left, your heart is shattered, your mind is spinning, and some part of you still misses them, even though you know they were toxic. You're not crazy, you're not broken, you're healing, and healing has stages. Today I'm walking through the 7 emotional stages of leaving a toxic relationship so you can stop feeling stuck, start feeling understood, and know exactly what comes next. Hi, I'm Samantha, and after the end of my own 20-year relationship filled with betrayal, grief, and a complete identity collapse, I had to learn to rebuild from ground zero. Now I help women just like you navigate heartbreak, trauma bonds, and personal reinvention with no fluff, no shame, and no spiritual bypassing. So let's dive into the 7 stages, what to expect in each, and how to move through them without losing yourself again. Stage 1, denial and self-blame. This is the "it wasn't that bad, was it?" phase. Even if they lied, cheated, gaslit, or devalued you, you still question if you were the problem. You replay every argument in your head. You cling to the good moments, the potential you saw in them, and the idea of who you hoped they'd become. Your nervous system is deregulated. You're still chemically attached, especially if you were trauma bonded. Your brain is craving the dopamine spikes they gave you during the love bombing or intermittent reinforcement. How to get through it? Keep a reality list. Facts over feelings. Write down exactly what happened. Talk to someone who will reflect the truth back to you and won't let you gaslight yourself. Remind yourself, missing someone doesn't mean you should go back. Stage 2, withdrawal. This is the crash, the emotional come down. The silence is deafening. You may feel physically sick, you might shake, cry constantly, or spiral into anxiety. What's happening here? You're literally detoxifying from the trauma bond. Studies show that emotional abuse activates the same regions of the brain as drug addiction. You've been neurologically wired to crave their validation, and now you're in withdrawal. How to get through it? Regulate your nervous system daily. This can be done through breath work, cold plunges, cold showers, or movement. Remove the triggers, block them, mute mutual friends, change your routines. Replace compulsive checking of their socials with grounding practices. Stage 3, anger. You're starting to see the truth and you're pissed. The betrayal, the lies, the way they made you doubt your own reality. It all hits like a tidal wave. This is healthy. Rage is a protective emotion. Don't fear it, use it. Anger means your boundaries are waking up. It's sacred fire. Channel that into action. Journal daily. Punch the punching bag. Scream into the pillow and start that new damn routine. But don't text them. Don't try to make them see what they did. Your validation doesn't live there anymore. Stage 4, grief and emotional detox. You're not just grieving a person, you're grieving a fantasy, a future, the time you gave, and the identity you shaped as a couple, a version of you that hoped, a version of you that thought they would love you right. This stage is brutal because you're grieving what could have been, the life you imagined, the person you thought they were. Let yourself grieve fully. Don't numb it. Don't rush it. Cry. Sit in silence if you need to. Let it out. Suppressing grief delays healing. But grief isn't weakness, it's sadness, confusion, rage, and exhaustion. It's proof you love deeply, that you felt fully. The pain has to move through you to move out of you. How to heal? Name the loss. Say it out loud. I'm grieving the me who believed that was love. Do a release ritual. Write them a letter. Burn it. Throw away anything of theirs you've held on to. Your nervous system needs proof it's over. This is emotional survival. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. The version on the other side of this is stronger than you've ever been. Let the transformation begin. It's messy, but it's where the gold is. Stage 5, self-reflection. This is the bridge between the old you and the woman who doesn't settle anymore. You start asking the real questions. Why did I stay so long? What did I need that I thought they were giving me? What was I hoping to fix, to prove? What was I looking for in them that I hadn't given myself? What was my part in this story? You begin to zoom out. You see patterns, not just in them, but in you. This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about reclaiming your power. How to get through this? Journal daily. Ask better questions. Get better answers. Study your attachment style. Know where you're vulnerable. Watch your life from the balcony, not the battlefield. You're not going back, and that's your power. The fog is lifting, and now watch who you become. Stage 6, reclamation and empowerment. You're not just healing, you're becoming the woman who doesn't beg, chase, or shrink for anyone. You're not just surviving, you're starting to choose yourself again. You say no without guilt. You say yes without needing permission. You begin to trust your instincts. You reconnect with your body, your voice, and your power. You're wearing what you want and saying what you mean. You're showing up for your damn self. You're reclaiming the parts of you that got buried beneath the bullshit. Then the shift happens. You try new things. You start to laugh again, for real this time. Your joy no longer depends on them or anyone. Welcome back to you. This stage is power with roots. It's you standing taller, not because you're trying, but because you're remembering who you are. This is what it looks like when you stop apologizing and start embodying you. The real you didn't disappear. She was just waiting for you to come back to her. You feel it deep in your chest, a knowing you're never going back. Stage 7, reinvention and transformation. You've made it through the 7 stages. Not everyone does. Most stay stuck. But you chose fire and you walked through it. The final stage is freedom. And Queen, it looks good on you. You're unbothered and unbreakable. This is your phoenix moment. The rise from the ashes. Not despite what you've been through, but because of it. This is where you become unrecognizable to the version of you who once begged for love. You've gone from begging for crumbs to feasting at a table you built yourself. You're building boundaries like a badass. You're no longer driven by pain and fear. You're fueled by purpose. You're living by design and not default. But this isn't the end. This is your launch pad, because reinvention doesn't stop here. So if you're ready to keep rising, to build a life so good it makes the past you weep with pride, then subscribe This channel is for those who don't just want to heal, they want to own the damn crown. You're no longer patching yours together, you're building a whole new blueprint. You've buried the old version of you, the one who tolerated the bare minimum, and now you're untouchable. You don't want them back. You've upgraded. You're fierce, focused and free. And that version of you is everything they tried to break in you. You didn't just leave a toxic relationship. You left the version of you who thought that was love. And that is where the real power begins. This is about becoming someone they will never get access to again. You didn't just heal, you transformed. And that transformation is your revenge. Your next chapter starts now. Let's make them wish they treated you better.